Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, talking to you today about self-love, and I'm going to explain how to practice self-love within your own experience of life and within yourself. And sort of an important thing to understand is that there are no negative or positive emotions, especially when we're thinking about our internal emotions. So things I do can cause negative outcomes, behavioral responses from other people. But basically any emotional state that I feel within myself is only ever triggered by me. Do you sort of get it? By my allowance of it. So when we start to think about things like sorrow, sadness, heartbreak, betrayal, all of this, like they're actually not negative things in life. Do you sort of get it? Because in betrayal you see the capacity of your willingness to trust. How far someone betrays you shows how far you are willing to trust people. So it's not if we think of the ideal self and the ideal community or societal structure as being one of collaboration, then even in betrayal, loss, all of this, there is still a large element of understanding that, while someone may betray me in the present or may have betrayed me in the past, that doesn't mean that I should fear other people betraying me. It should mean that I should be aware of the level of trust that I give and set boundaries around that. Do you sort of get it? So we understand the way to forego emotional trauma in any situation or circumstance is new actions moving forward. When I have new actions moving forward, I don't need to hold on to any negative or perceived pain or loss or trauma. So just understand that. When we understand that, for me to release the painful action or the painful aspect of any action, all I have to do is have new actions moving forward now that I understand and know the this outcome. Do you sort of get it? So say you thought you were in love and then the relationship breaks down and you end up breaking up. You can see it as trauma and loss, or you can see it as the capacity for your growth, how you grew through it. So it's very important to understand that there is, within your experience of reality and life, there is only you. Do you sort of get it? We can collaborate and share our experiences with other people. But when you're going through something for example, if you take heartbreak or loss or betrayal or anything like that, you're not really, so to speak, going through anything. Nothing's really happening to you. So all of these negative, harmful, hurtful things that you're experiencing are your own creation. So rather than creating with negative, okay, someone broke up with me, someone doesn't want to be with me, I'm going to be alone forever. Instead of falling into that narrative and creating those patterns, it's an opportunity for you to show up for yourself and give yourself love. Do you sort of get it? So if we think about how do we build a relationship with anyone, like a friendship or anything like that, it's through shared experience. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like I need to get to know someone first. How do I get to know them? Shared experience, because shared experience shows me how they operate and things like that. Do you sort of get it? So when I show up for myself, and instead of me going, woe is me, someone has done something to me, like I fulfill what I desired out of the outcome within myself. So I give myself the love I seeked. I give myself, do you sort of get it? Like I support myself. I give myself a positive narrative. I create the reality that I want. Do you sort of get it? Not the reality that is. It doesn't matter. Like, because in all honesty, if someone doesn't want to be around you naturally, then it's not a issue. Like, there's no loss. Do you sort of get it? Like, there's nothing lost in anything in life. Even in death, there isn't loss. So when we stop seeing ourselves as separate, individual aspects of reality and a reflection of it, or the love you seek in life exists within you, the love you feel in life, like, exists within reality around you. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important to understand this, that like the emotional states and experiences you have within yourself are not separate from the experiences you have within the universe. They are identical. They are just different states of potential. So one is an energetic, biochemical state, and the other is a physical state. Do you sort of get it? So when we start to fulfill and become that support network for ourselves and show up for ourselves, we build a better relationship with ourselves. And what that means is we're training ourselves every time I feel a negative emotion, and I want to feel negative emotions or a negative frequency, I override it with a positive frequency. Do you sort of get it? Because like other people's actions don't have the ability to interfere with my internal state of emotion or my internal emotional state unless I allow them to. Do you sort of get it? So we just start to understand, the more I fulfill my desires and needs within life, the less I need to seek them external to me. Do you sort of get it? And then that ultimately redefines relationships for me, because I no longer need a relationship to fulfill a part of me. Do you sort of get it? So when we start to understand this, when I don't need to find or validate the love I feel externally, I am free to feel it internally. And the more I feel it internally, the more I develop that aspect of self. Do you sort of get it? So it's sort of like, it's just this activity of always in the micro conversations, in the decisions, in the thoughts, in the beliefs, you just choose to override anything that is like negative, and then you just overlay what you want it to be. So if in life I seek for the love of my life, if no one else wants to be the love of my life, fuck it, I got a mirror, I'll be the love of my life. Do you sort of get it? Like, I'm not going to live a life without love just because others don't want to reciprocate. Do you sort of get it? I'm not going to live a life of poverty just because others, don't want to value me. Like, however it may be, like, you're building up. And this is what I mean by, it starts with self-love, and you can do it with self-love, but this is how you build self-confidence. Self-confidence is every time you're standing on the edge of the cliff, it's having the confidence to go, you can make it. Do you sort of get it? And then trusting yourself and jumping. Do you sort of get it? Like, we're not saying jump off a cliff to your death, but like, You know, when you feel fear in moving forward, should you want to be confident and feel confident within yourself, every time that fear stops you in your tracks, you have to encourage yourself to jump or to take the next step or to leap. And the more times you do that, the stronger it becomes. Do you sort of get it? So like, the more I show up for myself in love, the way in which I show up for myself is reflected with, like, you know, external to myself. So like, if we're thinking about frequency and alignment and resonance, you know, resonant frequency, the more I show myself love in the times where others, you know, either seek to take from me or hurt from me or have no care for me, the more I show myself love, the more I broadcast the signal that the right person is attracted to. Do you sort of get it? So nothing is ever a loss. Just like in business, the more I trust myself and I take actions, even if to everyone else it looks like I'm failing, like I'm just learning, I'm expanding, I'm growing, and at a certain point in time, okay, the number of cliffs that I've jumped off, like it'll be a millisecond, not even a millisecond, a nanosecond, for me to instill myself with the courage to jump. So what that means is the more I do the activity, the more I encourage myself. So the more I give myself self-love when I'm feeling low, when I feel lonely, when I feel, you know, whatever, when situations go against me, the quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker it becomes that pattern of showing self-love fires off, because we're just doing advanced synaptic pathway development. Do you sort of get it? Muscle memory. Like, when I develop a strong muscle memory, some might say I become intuitive, where I can anticipate what is going to happen with limited or less data than others. The more I become proficient in and strengthen the synaptic pathways of the language patterns of self-love, the more I strengthen the beliefs of self-love. The stronger they become, but the more they fire to anticipate negative and emotional situations. So for example, like when people do negative things to me, prior to them doing negative things to me, like my body will naturally put me in a state where I'm unaffected. Do you sort of get it? Because I'm able to anticipate, based on energetic frequency, what is going to happen. Do you sort of get it? So we don't get attached to the life. We realize the depth of reality, that there is experiences outside of my perception or even my conceptual awareness. So what I can even perceive as being plausibly possible. Do you sort of get it? So just realize that, like, we can look at life through a conditional lens, that for me to feel love in life, someone has to give me love. Or we can see it in an unconditional sense, that if I unconditionally give myself love in life, I never need to get love again in life. It's always there. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important for us to understand this, that how we practice it is in the actions, the thoughts, the decisions, the words, the beliefs, the behaviors. And the more you do it, the more you're building the synaptic pathways, i.e. the more you're compounding to a point where there's going to be a cascade. Do you sort of get it? And that's sort of how it works. All right, well, that is what you need to do when you want to feel love within your life. Like, if love is what you want to feel, then cut out the middleman of needing other people to give it to you and just give it to yourself. Life's easy, and that's power.